Hello, good evening. I got carried away then. Good evening, it's Monday, so it's monthly make time. I've decided I'm going to try elegant tonight. I know. So we're going to do some very subtle stamping, a bit of painting, and we'll see how it goes. Because, you know, it doesn't always turn out how I've got it pictured in my head. But we'll give it a go, give it a whirl. And take it from there. I will apologise already. Little lady's been at my desk again. She's been creating this weekend, and it's a bit blue. So if everything suddenly turns blue, we know why. I've tied. Oh no, well, I thought I'd tied it, but I don't know if you can see my spritzer. Well, I'll show you in a minute. I've just noticed some more on there. Everywhere, blue and green, everywhere. Anyway, we'll get crafting and see how blue everything turns out, because I'm assuming that's the colour she was using. Like I said, it is everywhere. So monthly make, what are we playing with? We are playing with, oh, not that one, big stamp. Yep, so our big floral one, and our lovely little sayings as well. So let's get playing. Let's do elegance and see. Well, I'll try and do elegant and see where we get to. So if I move us over. I can never find the one I want, can I? There we go. I should make it easier. There, she's even knocked all my little cameras and stuff. Right, see, I was showing you, wasn't it, a water bottle. Look, it's got a blue brush house smeared all over it. So I've got a feeling I am going blue tonight, but whether I want to or not. There we go. Right. Everywhere. So I have got a 6x6 card. It's not been trimmed down, this one. It is just a plain 6x6. And I'm going to take our stamp to start with. Oh, I didn't say hello to everyone. Hi Maxine, hi Debbie. I think that's everyone. I can't scroll back up once I've scrolled down. I do apologise. So I'm going to grab my stamp and I'm going to grab some grey ink. Just wondering whether I want to go. I'm going to just grab these ones instead, because it's slightly paler grey. So I'm going to grab my little VersaFine. Like I say, it's a paler grey, because I want to do lovely watercolouring, and I'm going to use our brush out because little lady's inspired me to. Get little bits of this. She says while she's inking up the whole stamp. Just get it all inked up. Evening, Mum. So I'm going to stamp one in this corner. Let's go like that, shall we? Ooh, I'm pressing the one that's on my desk. I might have gone a bit too far down with that one. I was concentrating trying to get that one on. I think I've pressed that on. I apologise, I've got mud everywhere. Bear's been doing forest school again today, and well, my nails aren't as bad as I thought they were. Yeah, he comes home with more mud on him than there is on the field. I just spent an hour trying to get the mud out of his waterproofs and stuff, because for some reason he seems to enjoy, or seems to have a knack of getting the mud inside his waterproofs. The outsides are muddy, but the insides, boy, they're worse. I'm just going to ink this one up again. It is a lot paler, isn't it, than the morning mist. I'm just going to turn that one round. I'm going to pop it down on here. I'm going to do it a little bit lower this time because I went a bit. She says, and then she goes as far into the card as the other one. Right, that should be okay. Yeah, that'll do. I'm not worrying too much about it being perfectly stamped, because the watercolour will. That was a good piece of kitchen wall, but the watercolour will cover up a few of my mistakes. Right, so I'm just going to dry this off with my heat gun. Not sure what colour to go for. Should we do pink or blue or don't know. I'm not quite sure. What colour do you guys think? What should we go for tonight? A bit of violet, a bit of purple. There we go. Right. I know I need green, don't I? Let me see if it's on here. That's lime green. We don't want lime green. We want a lovely, not emerald green. That's a bit too green. I know. I'm very fussy about my greens. Evening, Nala. Right, so I've got my leaf green. And what other colour should we do with it? What colour do we fancy? I'm going to start painting with my leaf green to begin with. Oh, I can't get my pins out there. So I'm just going to start with my green and take it from there. Just going to grab a little bit of water, a little bit of colour. Just like that. So I want it quite watery to begin with. Not got my puddle close enough to me. We'll get there. I'll get settled into it. Yep, I'm just going to start adding some colour in. Might do a mixture of colour actually. Oops. A bit like we did the first night with them, you know, when we mixed a couple of colours together. Don't worry, we'll equal this out a little bit in a minute. I'm just getting a base layer of our green on. Start going back in with a bit more. Colour. So we'll have less water, more brush out. There we go. So I'm not going to dry my brush off. I'm just not going to clean my brush off. I'm just going to take the moisture out of it. then I'm going to go back in. I'm going to work on these. I've already started to dry. Yep, so they're not as wet as those up there. All I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the centre. Start just dragging that colour down my leaf. Might take in a bit too much. There we go. Just little flicks from the centre. And turn it round. And again. And I'm just concentrating on that centre bit, that centre line. The vein, that's what it's called, isn't it? The vein on the leaf. That was close. A little bit. Hope you can see what I'm doing. I'll have a check in a minute. Just start pulling your colour. There we go. Oops, we had a green flower then. That would have been different, wouldn't it? These are the ones up here, and then we need to choose a colour for our flowers. You won't come up with any ideas yet. Need a little bit more water. Can you see my brush was catching then? So I just need to grab a little bit more. Oops, it's gone really dark. There we go. Brush got too wet. It's the first day of spring, isn't it, today? I was convinced it was Sunday, but it's not. It's today. The way it's raining. Definitely April showers coming up, isn't there? I'm hoping it's getting all the rain out this week though. And it's nice for school holidays. There we go, nearly there. Oops. I keep picking up that really intense green. It's almost like a turquoisey green, isn't it? I think I've done it again. That's the thing with brusher, you never quite know what pigment you're about to activate, especially on these type of colours. We've got lots of dark in there. It's okay, we'll work with it. Back over with a slightly wetter brush so it's not as intense. I don't mind it big and bright, but it didn't quite fit. I know, I'm just being picky. That's all there is to it. There we go. Right, so colours. You're going to make me choose, that's not good. Might do violet then. Do you like violet? Oh, I was going to do some splatting with that. Whoops. Never mind. I'll do it with another colour. Purple. There we go. Just going to get some of this green out of my brush because I've let it travel all the way up my bristles. what we'll do is we'll do lovely bright yellow centre, and then use some lemon. And if we do like a lemon centre and then the purple, there he is. So I'm actually going to do my yellow first. I know I made you choose and then I've changed my mind. No, we're going to do the centre and then we're going to work on our. So I've got a little bit of lemon. I'm just going to very gently. Oops, look at all that raw brush. Ugh. Naughty girl. There we go. Let's start off with my centre, I think. And then I'm just going to water it down a bit. I'm just going to start dragging out. Just like that. You know how we did the other week? Look radioactive almost, don't they, these? It's a new type of flower, honest. Just going to keep working round. Just put my finger in it as well. Moaning about Rosie turning everything blue. It's me that's turning everything yellow tonight. Not coming too far into the flower because actually the purple's going to work really well. I want purple to be the main colour, but I do just want a little bit of this yellow. And we'll mix it all together in a minute. I'm not going to get rid of that yellow off my desk. No, 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 no. We're going to leave it there. I think we're going to keep using it. There we go. I always forget there's lots of little bits to this one. Right, that was our yellow. Let's grab our purple. I'll pop it nearer to me. I don't have to stretch as far, do I? So I'm going to go in quite watery to begin with. Oops. Okay. No, if I didn't suddenly go whoops, you wouldn't know that I'd made a mistake, would you? Not clean my brush out very well. It's okay. I'll come back in a minute. Looking quite subtle, isn't it, at the moment? What we'll do in a minute. And then I'm just going to start taking a little bit more. And this time, you see how I work from the centre out? I'm going to work from the edge in, if that makes sense. Oop, too much. Start pulling some of this colour back. Put my card in my ink. Not sure I'm liking the yellow now. I might start going a bit deeper. I should really stamp it and then play with my colours rather than just going for it and seeing what happens. Yeah, we're going to go over that. You know, that dog's dinner moment, that's where we're at. The card's not liking the amount of water I put on it. I was going for more pansy, but now we're just going for really dark and we're not going subtle at all, are we? Nope, not liking it. We'll see. We'll see if we can improve. Could just go and stamp it again. Which we might do at this point in time. Yeah, there we go. Okay, right. Yeah, not like him. Then we might have just found. The reason I stamped in grey is I wanted to almost ignore the I don't think it's mixing well either. So they were saying that it's we'll see. Don't want to give up just yet because you never quite know, do you? We might have to, and then we'll start again. Next time what we'll do is I think the more I'm putting on it, it does mix in nature though. Yeah, I was thinking big beautiful bold pansies that you see. I think I might have got it a bit too wet is my problem. I was trying to go subtle and it's not quite. I don't know, it's slowly coming, isn't it? I think that lemons was a bit too lemony, if that makes sense. I went on too harsh with the lemon, I think. I think we're kind of. I'm reluctant. I am reluctant to give up because I always say just keep going and you'll soon. I don't like it not working. So I'm going really, really dark with my colours now. Isn't where I thought we were going with this, but maybe not so elegant as I was hoping. Don't worry. We'll see. I am gonna persevere. I know it's not one for the faint-hearted tonight, is it? It's one of them when things go wrong. say I'm going much deeper with my colour than I would have preferred to. And we're going to grab our white gel pen and things in a bit. But I think we should be able to solve it. I'm hoping we'll be able to resolve it. So I'm going a lot darker, a lot harsher with my colour than I ever dreamed I would on this. I was going for very elegant, very pale. Now it's more intense, isn't it? Ooh, definitely that one. It's because I went intense with the yellow, so we're stuck with it. But it's starting to come together though. I'll admit now I have worked with worse. I've made worse mistakes, I think. Okay, right, I'm going to leave that side to start to dry. And then we'll whack it with a heat gun. And then yeah, we'll recover it somehow. It won't be, I was going to say it won't be perfect, but they're never perfect, are they, handmade cards? So. So we're basically just drowning out that yellow, but it is giving us a bit of depth. That's the word I'm going to stick with now. It's got depth. So moral of the story, next time I decide I'm going to paint one of these flowers, I'm going to stamp one that's on its own first. There we go. Nearly there. I'm going to whack it with the heat gun after this. And then we'll come back in and get some, because we've lost, because I've gone so, thought I just painted my sleeve. I haven't. We're okay. You can see how much water I've done. My paper's buckling. Buckling under pressure. Right. Oh no. One more. I keep saying I forget bits on this one, don't I? Just like that. Right, let's get this dry and then we can start adding a bit more purple to it. It'll come good. It will. I'm going to concentrate on that one because that one got flooded. Not come through, but it's got a big dint. think it's, I do think it's that lemon. I think if we'd have used gamboge or something like that, it'd have been a bit gentler. Whereas the lemon's lemon, very lemony. Right, so let's go back in, shall we? Pick up some of this purple again. I'm just going to follow these lines. Maybe we're not. It's turning into them what not to do tonight, isn't it? It's just not a happy bunny tonight. There we go. Move away from the brushing. There we go. Oops. Maybe we'll recover this one. Very much maybe. I'm hardly picking any water up on my brush. It is mainly just enough to activate the brush out. And make it out like a paint, but not enough to do too much. It says, and then she just takes a big dollop of paint then. Okay. Starting to rain now as well. Everyone's going, no, you shouldn't continue with that. We will see. There we go. Getting there, isn't it? I think is what we're saying, or I'm saying. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to have to put some more purple down. The first time ever I've had to add more when I'm painting. We're getting there, aren't we, now, Noala? I think. It's got a few harsh lines on it, but it's. I think we might be able to recover. I'm just stubborn, is what it is. I could have probably done another card and I won't be struggling with this one. I'll be nearly finished by now. And yet, because I'm stubborn, I'm making this one work. By the time we get to our last flower, we'll have it nailed as to how we should do it. time I'm just re-adding. Ooh. Got something stuck to the end of my brush. It wasn't brush hair, I think it was some fluff. Just making it really hard to do anything with. Okay, I have gone quiet on it because it's not working, but we're trying. Can't just be me that's stubborn when you're crafting. Okay. I'm just going to go back and just tidy up a few. See? Yes, it's coming together a little bit better, isn't it? I'm not saying it's ideal. It's better than it was. And we've learnt what not to do. What not to do. It's a learning night tonight, isn't it? Don't ever put really bright lemon. In some places it looks like it's giving it a nice bit of like body to it. Just trying to sort out my leaf. There's nothing like the petal it originally was. Starting to get paint over inky pinkies. There we go. See, this one's looking a little bit better. Ooh, no it's not, it's looking worse. There we go. Maybe. I'm going to keep going round, adding a bit more. I am liking getting a really deep purple on the end though. I think that does look quite pretty. Go back onto this one. So all I'm doing is keep adding as we go, isn't it? As I get a bit braver with my colour. Oh, this one's quite wet. Rude. Right. There we go. Righty ho. See, when it's dry, it does work a little bit better. Would I ever do this combo again of lemon and purple? No. But There we go. Looks better where it's got a really fine little like point to the petal, doesn't it? Oh, I'm getting brush everywhere. We're going to have to do some serious splatterage on this one. Which wasn't the elegant look I was going for, but... like I said before, I am stubborn and it will work. There we go. Right, let's sort this little fella out. It's these buds. There we go. I do promise I have for Sunday's craft along. I have got my colours nailed, and I'll stick to my colours that I know work well together. So we won't have a colour incident on Sunday, I promise. We'll just turn it around. They look quite deep, don't they now? Right. Okay. It's not what I had in my mind. But it is. Works out better. Oh, well, it works out better than it looks at one point, won't it? Maxine, it's me being stubborn. These are our stubborn flowers. They were going to work. So I am drying it off so that if I wanted to, I could go back over it again and put some more lines and some more details.